So I got a Corvette. That's not it, but I'm at the Des Moines Concours d'Elegance. I'm not gonna really be doing too many videos, but yeah, as you can see, there's a healthy amount of cars here. This here, my favorite car of all time, Ferrari 308 GTS. I love this car. This is the ultimate bucket list car for me. Eventually I'll get one, and yeah, so anyway, so I got a Corvette. This isn't it, and mine's over there somewhere parked. I'm not in the show. Anyway, I'm gonna be doing like a photo collage, and then I'll just like voice over it. You guys will probably enjoy it. Yeah, let's get into it.
Welcome to the 2023 Concours d'Elegance in Des Moines, Iowa. Right here, I'm going over the website here, looking at everything here. You can go to the website, just kind of give them a look up. This is a multi-day event, but if you're going to be just going to the car show like I did, you know, it was just on the 10th of September this year. Anyway, so just kind of basically disregard all of the multiple dates on here if you're just going to be going to the car show. Just pay attention to the car show date. Anyway, this, from my understanding, is a yearly thing. They pretty much take over multiple city blocks, and the way this thing is set up, I wasn't entirely sure what I was going to be getting myself into, so I didn't bring my kids. So it was, you know, I was just kind of pumping the brakes on that because I didn't want to get into a situation where, you know, it was going to be more for them to handle. It would have been, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, personally, I take a lot of pictures. I tend to bring the whole car show with me, and, you know, I was just kind of doing my thing. It went a lot smoother without the kids, so maybe next year I'll figure something out. But anyway, if you guys like the video here, just make sure you hit the like button. Definitely subscribe to the channel because I am thinking about doing more stuff like this. If you got any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section. If you went to the Des Moines Concours d'Elegance, let me know in the comment section below what your favorite car was, and if you see one in here, let me know what your favorite car specifically is in this. Also, I have high quality pictures of all of these cars that you see in the slideshow here. If you guys are interested in pictures, we can figure something out on that. Anyway, so getting into this, I was very interested in the aspect of seeing a lot of these antique cars. And that was my original intention. I knew that there was going to be some Ferraris there. But I was really wanting to see some of these old Packards and, you know, like old Cadillacs, and, you know, rumor had it there was a Sears catalog car there. I was not expecting to walk up into this and see a bunch of these older Rivieras. Oh my goodness, I'm not a big fan of them, but I love the way that they look. You know, they aren't my cup of tea. I'm more than happy looking at them and watching them go down the road, but I wouldn't own one. That being said, if you go to this next year in 2024, or whatever year that they end up having it, you'll notice I take more pictures of cars that really interest me. So, you know, just throwing that out there. So if there's more than one picture of a car, it's because it's interesting to me and I like that car. So I tend to hang around that car a little bit more. So here's the Corvette area. The flyer, the program, if you will, for the Concours d'Elegance, it actually had C1 through C8 silhouette on the front cover. Opening it up, obviously you've got a bunch of ads in there and sponsors for people, you know, and organizations who are contributing to the charity for the event and helping put on the event. But in addition to that, there are segments in the program where it has a little bit of a description of what cars are in there. So I was kind of him hawing around about maybe putting my car in this, maybe putting the vet in here, but I ended up not making the window, and obviously since I hadn't been here, I just kind of, I didn't know what to expect. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's why the window of registration was so far in advance of the show. So if you're interested in putting a car in this show, pay attention to the dates where they cut it off, because that's going to be crucial here. Now this 63 Z06 here, I have seen this specific car before. It's nice to see, and I've been in the Corvette community, interacting with the Corvette community for a little while now. It's nice to see a lot of these cars like out and about. I like the fact that this 40th anniversary edition was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But anyway, getting back to I like the fact that people will share them with the world. It's like this banana one here. It has like a dark brown interior. Oh my gosh, that sucker's amazing too. Saw that at a car show not long ago. Anyway, they have pretty much everything at this car show. I apologize if I'm kind of lost in the weeds. It was a big show. Anyway, there's over 150 cars, around about 150 cars at the show this year, and it was pretty interesting. Real big fan of Porsches. I'm not really like in love with Porsches, but I love the way that the engine is not like anybody else's. I mean, obviously you have boxer engines in other vehicles, but Porsche's like, you know what, this is our thing. Just get out of the way. But anyway, there was a fair amount of American muscle cars there, some pony cars, and European cars, and then I get to this line where the antiques are, like the 1905s, the 1904s, and all the way up to the 20s. Well, I mean, come on. I mean, look at these things. These things are just amazing. Now, this one here, I love the radiator on it. This right here, this is a Morgan. I've only ever seen one in person, and you're looking at it. The Morgan has a little V-twin motor in the front of it. It's freaking awesome. This thing is super nice. I've seen them like in shows. Forza Horizon 5, 4 also has them in there. A really interesting looking car. But anyway, it was nice to see some of these oddball cars, especially, okay, there's the Sears off to the left there. It's nice to see these oddball cars that you don't see very often. Now, the owner of this Sears, he's here on the right here talking to these curious cats here. I kind of aspire to be that kind of a car owner. Just, like when I'm going to a car show or whatever, you guys will notice that I like to take pictures of emblems, like that Cadillac emblem there. I really do like to see stuff like that, and I like to take pictures of that. A few of them Corvettes, you notice that I did as well. This race car here, this number 14 race car, a whole bunch of different records for it. The Hudson Super 6 is what it's called. A whole bunch of different track records, so it's got a lot of documentation with it. One of my favorite bikes there, that Honda NSR 250. Now, how many Nashes do you guys want? Do you guys want one? How about 10? No, it's pretty crazy. Now, occasionally I see like one or two around, never two at the same time, but I see like one or two around my area, but I've never seen that many of them. They had a pretty good representation of bikes, presentation there. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 Nash Metropolitans. You had the Mini there. You had this MG. That's one of my favorite body styles, the coupe version. I do like the convertible. The one that there's 100 million of them made. This here's one of my favorite Fox body Mustangs, by the way. The pace car, the 1979 Mustang. That is one of my favorite Mustang Fox body variants. The SVO is another one of mine, just because it's an oddball and not many people had them. This one here, I almost won one at a police auction. I didn't really know what it was. I was 16, and if I'd have won it, my mom would have probably murdered me. Anyway, downtown Des Moines. You'll see a few pictures of downtown here. You know, as the day or as the show progresses here. It's really nice town. As far as the downtown area here. This right here is American Dream Machines. It's the inside showroom. It's a car dealership that's in downtown Des Moines. If you're ever in downtown Des Moines, I'd say go check them out. They've got a few Corvettes up in the front. They've got, like, how do you see this wall? That's every wall in the building. Now this right here, this is a fantastic little cigar room. I love it. I wanted to get better pictures of this black Corvette, that C1 there, but you know, the owner of the place kept sitting on it and just kind of hanging around it, so I couldn't really get too many good pictures of it, so you guys are just gonna have to deal with it. Love the shop door here. You know, obviously it closes and you got that whole picture there. So which one of these you guys like? I like the GMC pickup truck, but the little Jimmys or the Blazers with the removable top, those are pretty cool too. I like the orange one. I like that Chevy orange. Pretty cool. But I am also a big fan of this blue, that dark blue. 57 Chevy Bel Air convertible, 2-door. Yes, please. Now, there was no shortage of Corvettes at this show. I mean, it wasn't a Corvette-centered show, although the front of the program did have a bunch of Corvettes on it. So, you know, I don't know what their deal was, but yeah. So I never really appreciated how much I don't like the later version C3s with the rubber nose convertibles. Oh, you see a picture of my anyway, anyway, the early C3s with the chrome bumpers, if it's convertible, I like it. But I do not like the rubber nose C3 convertibles. I just hate them. I really can't stand them. It's just they're just ugly. Not very many convertibles that I do like, but there are plenty of convertibles in here. But really like how this whole scene right here is set up. It's a really cool setup. You know, they had cars all over the place. This is still American Dream Machines. This here's where they take pictures. This right here, I did make it back around. They had that back door open, and right here you have the three Chevys that were, well, the two Chevys and the one GMC that were in a row there. Here's another picture of the downtown Des Moines skyline there. A couple Beetles. This one here, I really like this one. It was really nice. The interior and everything was cool. This one here, a Crosley. I keep saying Crosby. Crosley convertible coupe. Never, ever seen one of them. And there she be. Just a quick note. This one here, this Buick, is all original. That thing is phenomenal. But anyway, quick note. If you're ever in downtown Des Moines, and you let's say you're going here for this show, there's a whole bunch of other things that go on in Des Moines. I'm not quite a local, but I'm there enough where, you know, you may as well. But anyway, if you're in downtown Des Moines, normally you'll find me at the Hyatt, or not find me at the Hyatt, but, you know, like if I'm staying in downtown Des Moines, that's where I'm gonna go. It's not a bad hotel. It's not the best hotel, but it's cheap enough usually, and they do have a parking garage. And there's a couple other hotels down there, but I kind of go to the Hyatt because, you know, I mean, it is what it is. Anyway, that being said, downtown Des Moines is connected, like almost everything is connected to a skyline or a skywalk, and you can pretty much go anywhere you want. Oh my gosh, this Volkswagen Beetle here with the little rag top. There's another one, a green one down the way a little bit. Oh my goodness, really cool cars. I love the pastel pinks and the purple cars here. These are pretty cool. And then Homer Simpson's car right here. Yeah, that's what I imagine Homer Simpson driving. I love this Porsche. I have never seen one. I take that back. I saw a red one, but I've never seen one in that nice of a shape. That little baby blue one. Now this hot rod here, this is the first hot rod that I saw at the show. It didn't really seem like a hot rod centric show per se. It seemed more like original equipment cars, so it was that's another thing. That's one reason why I was like, I may not bring my car. Well, whatever. I will say that in the early part, after the section that I went through with the Corvettes, there were some autocross cars there, some JDM cars and stuff, and they were modified. So I don't know, maybe I might go in there and toss my RX-7 in there. I don't know. Nice little mini Woody here, really cool. Here's the other soft top Beetle. Man, these are really nice. And then you get the little half-loaf Beetle, or the half-loaf van. There's a couple of Lincoln Continentals sitting there, but I really like the black one. I like how they put the Cougar cutout in the back of that car, a little nod to the original advertisements of the era when that Cougar was first put out. Right here, all these Mopars sitting here. Man, I'm a big Mopar fan. A lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people don't know that. I'm a big Mopar fan. Panther Pink and Plum Crazy Purple are my favorites. Unfortunately, on that Barracuda there, if you look right at the front of that body molding, it looked like at the very front there was a dent. So I don't know. Otherwise, perfect car. So now we round the corner, and this is like the home stretch for me here. The exotics, okay. This right here, the Ford GT, this car will kill you if you're not paying attention. It's kind of reminiscent of the first gen Vipers, where if you don't respect the car, that thing is going to murder you, and that's exactly what you're looking at there. Really cool little martini livery on that. Okay, this right here, I have only ever seen one other one of these, and that is in the pages of my car book and it was like a burgundy or whatever. My car book from it was a British book, But anyway, I've never seen one of these cars in person, and bada bing, bada boom. This thing, it looks like a toy. Anyway, yeah, there were Ferraris here. Yeah, so this black Ferrari, I don't like the newer Ferraris too much. De Tomaso Pantera. This isn't a GTS, obviously. But anyway, going back to the Ferrari, I got the pictures out of order. But anyway, the Pantera, phenomenal car. These things are wicked fast. It has a 351 Cleveland in it. And a guy that's fairly local to me owns 3 of them. And one's a GTS. Really cool Porsches. This right here, this Ferrari, as I said earlier in the video, this is my bucket list car. This is, these aren't really too crazy priced. If we're thinking a Ferrari, it's not too crazy priced. However, they are maintenance hogs, and if they haven't been maintained over the years, that's going to probably reflect in the price, and you're going to end up getting stung pretty hard when you go to enjoy this car. You're not, usually the clutches are pretty rough on them. I've heard a lot of horror stories, and when I was looking into getting one, I was going to get one of these over my Corvette, but after really looking into them, the maintenance items on it that a lot of them were going to need, it just lost. I just lost my appetite for it. One day I'll get one. So anyway, I ended up circling back to the Pantera, and oh man, this thing is done up real well. I really like how this is. Very minimalistic car, but it looks like it just wants to eat. Just eat road. Just get down the road. Get it in front of it and get it behind it as quick as possible. Ferraris. Okay, nothing's going to stop a Ferrari from looking good. So anyway, in closing, I had a lot of fun at the car show. More fun than I thought I was going to have, and really all I did was really just fly through this, run through, and just kind of look at everything real quick. I did enjoy myself in spite of the, me not having the kids there and watching them enjoy the cars and everything. But it was, in the end, it was a little bit better for me because I was able to focus on this and get this done and get it out of the way, and I had to worry about trying to wrangle my kids. That being said, favorite cars in this whole thing, it would have to be the Sears car, the black C3 that was an American Dream Machines, that had the big block hood and the chrome bumpers, and the Ferrari 308. Those are my favorite cars. The Barracuda, the Plymouth Barracuda, the plain Janer, the all original Barracuda. That one's probably another favorite. I don't know, guys. What did you think? What is your favorite car in this whole thing? And are you going to be going to the next year's Concours d'Elegance? If you got any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I'd much appreciate any feedback that you guys had. Obviously I couldn't really do a proper video because it would be just a copyright strike or copyright violation nightmare for the channel. And since I'm just starting this channel and getting this thing going, I kind of want to keep on the good graces of YouTube, rather than taking a swipe at a couple of content violations right off the bat. Anyway, if you guys went to the show and you enjoyed the show, feel free to share this with your friends, family, and anybody that would be interested in going next year. If you guys have any interest in any of the pictures that I took, this isn't as high a quality. This is 1080p, but I did take them in massive raw pictures. So I mean, if you wanted something, I do take pictures of cars and stuff. So it's I've got the actual huge formats of them, and I can dude them up for you a little bit. And if you want one, maybe we can talk about you sending me an email and maybe buying one off me. I don't know. But anyway, questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. So I got a Corvette, and none of these were it, but mine was like 5 blocks up the road. Until next time, guys, have a good day, and I hope you enjoy the next show if you end up going to the next one, and maybe I'll see you there.